Hello and welcome to another episode of the Final Siren with Duck and Oz. Good Lord, the boys are walking in behind us, Oz. It's been a hectic last quarter. What a fantastic game. Dockers end up winning 15-7-97 to the Western Bulldogs, 12-9-81 by 16 points. How good to win a close one, Oz. How good, mate.
Dear God. It's good to win a close one, and I just want to say this, mate. Brave.
Yeah.
Absolutely brave.
Yeah.
Sensational performance from the boys, as particularly in that fourth quarter. And I know we do our normal breakdown, but just want to quickly jump to it. The fact that down 2 men essentially, rotations down, done and dusted, and the boys just gutsed it out in order to get it over the line. And really, the history shows us that it's always been a bit of a challenge for us in that fourth, Duck.
Yeah.
But the boys just dug deep and said, you know what, it's not going to happen today, not on my watch, not on Andy Brayshaw's milestone game, who had an absolute blinder as well, and you'll talk about that in a sec. But I just thought overall, Duck, a fantastic performance. 3 electric quarters, and they did what they needed to eke out that fourth quarter and win the game.
Yeah, and look, last quarter, I think that was just nail-biting, edge of your seat kind of stuff. I think a big props have to go to our man Patrick Voss, who, you know, he has to step up in the ruck. Jackson goes down, looks like a hammy. He's off from pretty much the end of the third quarter, and Paddy Voss just stood up, and in the end, that very crucial clearance, hand pass to Murphy Reid, goal time, off the chest. Managed to get a hand pass off to Reid, who dribbles it through, and that was game over. But I tell you what, Oz, it was an absolute... It's so hard because you're there and you're going, come on, boys, move the ball forward. But, you know, given the rotations, given the guys that were off, we had to kill clock.
Yes.
We defended so well against a very, very good forward line.
Yep.
Sam Darcy, geez, he's a freak, mate. He's a freak, but we've got a freak in our own in young Josh Tracy. I tell you what, he was outstanding again today. But, look, another really great game where I think, in the last 6-8 games where we've been losing those close ones, you could feel it. The crowd were kind of, oh, God, what's going on? And everyone's kind of... But then the boys just rose to the occasion.
Yep.
And a couple of really big efforts. Luke Ryan in the last quarter, outstanding. I think our man Siren, obviously standing up for his mate Brayshaw when he gets cleaned up, but also 38 disposals and 15 clearances. Yeah,
556 metres gained as well, just quietly. Pretty handy.
Pretty handy, all right, Oz. So it was a real arm wrestle at times, and I think, the boys just made the most of their opportunities going forward and did really, in that first quarter in particular, like we got outplayed completely. The Dogs dominated, but we were ahead on the scoreboard, which...
Very strange, Duck.
Yeah, very reverse dockery.
Reverse dockery, very strange, hung in there. But I always thought that every time we scored, there was always something about us completing a 1%er or something, that just need just that extra effort in order to release or in order to win the ball back. And I think that was the difference at the end of the day. And I go back to what you were saying before with all of the names that you put forward. And here's another one for you, Geordie Clark, mate. And I love the guy. I got a bromance with the guy. And just his ability to throw his body around and just win and will that 50-50 contest and really make it minimum 80-20 in his way. And he just does everything to get to the contest, uses his wheels, he's quick, but he's also smart. And I really love the way he went about it back there, as did the big moose, in the wilderness.
Yep.
And just able to curtail. But let's just go back to the first 3 quarters, Duck, because that really set the game up for us.
Yeah, and it's that second quarter in particular, Oz, where we kick 7 goals 3, and it was just kind of like they kicked a goal, and then all of a sudden it was bang, 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 and we're kicking goals, left, right, and centre, and it's kind of unheard of. So equal highest score in the first half under J-Lo, and I think that really, more than anything, that second quarter, to kick 7 goals in a quarter, you're going to win most games, because the game is just set up now where, if we score over 80, we know generally we score over 80 points, we're winning most games, and to score 97 points against a pretty solid dog side, I think was really, really outstanding. And, you see Sam Darcy and Harms kicks a goal, and then after that it's Frederick, it's Tracy, it's Banners gets in on the action, Andy gets a goal, and then Sharpie kicks that goal. And we kicked 2 goals in like the last 90 seconds of that half, and that really just gapped them. And then in the third quarter, it was that arm wrestle back and forth. But just the maturity of the players to be able to, every time they got a goal, we got one back. It was being able to continually bounce back, continually not drop our heads, and stay in that game, mate. And that's the main thing, I think, and that's the big thing when it comes to obviously how we played, and in the end, that's how we won the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. I think we've got our guys on now. Hey, boys, how are you?
Hey, mate, how you doing?
Fantastic.
Good.
What a game.
Done, mate. No, boys, obviously you're joining us. I'm surprised you're able to walk here. One of the things I said to start the show, just brave, that fourth quarter, down in rotations, down in men, and then having to will yourself to every contest, to buffer, but to have the composure to finish out the game, as it were. Tell us about it.
I guess it's credit to the work we've done over in the pre-season. I don't think we've ever run that hard and done as much weight. I've ever seen the numbers. It was a shorter pre-season, but our numbers went higher, and it's a game of mental toughness, and I thought the boys stuck at it real well. Like you said, we went a couple players down, but then the boys at three-quarter time saying we love these scenarios, we love this, and this is how we grow. So credit to the performance staff, and credit to the crowd as well. They got us over the line, really.
Coxie, how are you feeling, mate? I thought that was your best game for the season so far. Really blanketed the Astronaut and took a couple of really great intercept marks. So feeling good out there?
Yeah, feeling good. Probably haven't been playing as well as I would have liked to the first few games, but feel like I've sort of been building, and I feel like this game was more to the level I wanted to play. And obviously Norton's a really good opponent, and I was sort of able to do the job on him. So it was good to build again.
Look, the first quarter was just epic. It just turned into an absolute sprint. I'm not sure what it was like for you guys. I imagine everyone was pretty much tonguing it. But, I mean, talk us through that, because that just seemed to be goal, 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 goal. It was on world record pace at one sort of section there.
Yeah, it was living in our back half a bit. We were, all the backs were, as you said, tonguing it. But we were able to get slingshot and get a few good looks with Bolts kicking a few goals and that. So the scores were pretty level, and we were able to hold up pretty well, and then go back the other way and get a few goals. So the scoreboard, we probably should have been down a bit more, but the way we were able to hold up and then score at the other end was pretty good.
Nice.
Now, we don't want to talk about opposition players, but Sam Darcy looks pretty good out there.
Yeah.
What was the? Because it looked like Moose was on him for a start, and then they made the switch to Drapes. So what was the feeling back there?
Ask that man over there. the grey hair with the big Adam's apple. Ask him. I've said in the next couple of years he's going to be the best player in the comp, but I think he probably is the best player in the comp now. And he's just so big. He reads the ball so well. He's strong. Skillful. Can kick a ball 50 metres, as you've seen today. So, and he's a really nice kid. Spoke to him out there after the game, and I'm excited for what he can do. It's going to be a headache for these boys coming for a few years, but it's great to see for the game, and it's good. I'll be watching him pretty closely.
He reminds me of Wembanyama a bit from the basketball.
Nice. Good call.
He's got a basketball background.
Love it.
Sorry, look at this bloke here, Patrick Voss. His last quarter in the ruck.
Dinner plates.
How good was that? The Dogger Jackson goes down, and we've got Paddy Voss having to step up, and the guy doesn't really play in the ruck at all. How can you just talk about him? Because he's had a bit of a, if you kick straight, he'd be the best player in the AFL at the moment, unfortunately. But how well has he been?
Yeah, he's been walking around doing this all since we obviously Tim English is a really good ruckman as well, and he was able to go in there and sort of force Tim English to bring it to the front, and he wasn't allowing Tim English to flick it around like he can. So the work he did in the ruck to sort of negate Tim English's ruck skills was really good, and probably definitely helped us win the game.
But on that as well, like the amount of work he does during the week, I've never seen a bloke work as hard as what Vossi does. He's always first in the gym, last out of the gym. He's doing more touch than anyone else I've ever seen. It's like he does 5 training sessions a week. He's unbelievable. He's putting the work in, so he's getting the reward, which he deserves.
Yeah, beautiful. Now, you guys see the whole field from where you're at, and it looked to us from where we were that basically we had the whole team defending first and playing their role. Does that make it easy for you guys in particular? So especially when they had that ascendancy and clearances early on, but you had the pressure and the numbers back there to help you guys out?
Yeah, definitely. The first quarter, the pressure was a bit inconsistent. We'll cough on the ball up. All the stuff we don't want to do, and then the second quarter, the amount of pressure the forwards and the mids put on made our job so much easier. we weren't doing any coughing up any mistakes. We weren't letting the ball spill out, and the heat they were bringing just made our job it made it a lot easier. And yeah, well, that's the way we started this year. We're just slowly building, and we played probably 100 minutes of our footy. We've still got a bit to go, but yeah, it's exciting the way we're trending.
Yeah. Now, Coxie, you're newly dad, mate. How's the sleep going, and how's it impacting on the footy? Because as a guy who's got a 20-month-old, I'm not sleeping much. It's impacting on my podcasting, so I have no doubt that it's...
I've been pretty lucky with Arlo. He's a really good sleeper, so pretty much every night he goes to bed at 7 and wakes up at 6. We have to wake him up in the morning at 6:30. So yeah, we both get a lot of sleep, which is half the battle. But he's been really good for us. So.
And Lukey enjoying being an uncle, mate?
Yeah, I love it. It was his first birthday the other day. It was good fun. We've babysitted him once when the missus was out, and it was just us boys looking after him. It was the best fun I've ever had. It was the best Saturday night I've ever had. He's so easy, so happy. It's really good to see, and they're good parents, so it's good.
Nice. Now, guys, we call you the Bash Brothers on the pod, and we reckon we play our best footy when you guys are up and about playing as the Bash Brothers. Do you reckon we're getting back to that? Like, do you reckon we're getting that
take a leaf out of his book.
Yeah, definitely. Since Twigger's come in as well as the backline coach, he's really encouraged us to be more aggressive and use the body a bit more on that contest line, and when we can, roll off. But he's really encouraged us to, find body and make it hard for the opposition. And I feel like we've all jumped on board with that, and everyone's playing with a bit more aggression and a bit more body work, and allows us from good positions to impact off ball as well.
How good is it to see Shea Bolton and Murphy Reid go about it? Are you just like, what is this? Like, what's happening with their skills in the forward half?
Oh, it's so good not playing on him anymore. Yeah, like Brucey's last effort, which people probably won't talk about because he didn't kick a goal, but that 2-on-1 deep in our forward 50, it's like for a first, 3-4 games, that's like unbelievable. That's the stuff we value. And well, Bolts is Bolts. Like, he's the best forward in the comp, best small forward in the comp. So yeah, he's only building as well. He's had an interrupt the pre-season, but you're seeing like going for the marks. You've seen him kicking goals now. He makes our team so much better.
Yeah, nice. Now, obviously, first game, we'll put that down as a mulligan, and then all of a sudden, second game, we're getting closer, and then now we're getting the wins on the board. I think the confidence looked like it was there. It's just that we needed to put together that four-quarter performance. But now we've got a couple of dubs on the board, or we're actually performing pretty well now. Like, where to from this side? Are we booking a bus yet, or what? We're just tempering expectations.
I think we just continue to build. As you said, that first game was a bit of a not us, so we weren't in panic stations. That's not how we wanted to play. And that Sydney game, we played a bit better. Obviously, a few key moments at the end of the game, and we maybe win that game. And then West Coast, we started to build. So hopefully we can just keep building, and then get to Fremantle footy and play 120 minutes that we want to play.
Nice. So we're off to the Barossa Valley.
Yep.
Against Richmond. Should be good. Couple of Reds.
Nice.
Now, when do you guys leave for Adelaide, and then do you go to Melbourne for a week? Is that the plan, or is it back and forth? Or
yeah, so we leave Friday Arvo to Adelaide, play there Sunday, and then we fly Sunday to Melbourne, and then we stay there till the Saturday of the game, and fly straight on from there. So I don't mind it going away for a week or two, and saves flying up and back. It's just pretty hard, but it's gonna be good fun. The boys get around each other, families are invited. We're doing quiz night, so
nice.
It's gonna be good.
I was just going to throw in there. You're going to be flinging a line in, maybe going a bit of golf, or is it all like team related activity?
He's the golfer.
Yeah, okay, right.
Very good golfer.
I play golf.
Right?
Yeah. Wouldn't say I'm good. But, I don't know. Haven't thought that far ahead yet, but might take the clubs over if Andy can get us on Royal Melbourne. Maybe.
Oh, hello. Yeah. Okay.
I'll see how we go.
No, it's good. I just asked that question about whether they're going to be.
All right, so I guess we've asked this one. We'll wrap it up here pretty much, guys. Our man Tabs has left the club. He's at South as the tools coach, I believe it is. So we're looking for the next person who's taking the title as the weirdest unit at the club. So is there any nominees you've got early on?
Yeah, he said his name before, Patrick Voss.
Patrick Voss?
Okay, yep.
The number 20? Is it like
do you
reckon Tab's got him aside and said,
doofus. Simple as that. It's easy as.
You can throw Drizzy in there.
Yeah, speak of the devil.
Look at him. Look at him.
And also Big Red, Hugh Davies.
Yeah, Huey.
All right.
A few specimens.
They're all very funny. Which is good.
All right, boys, fantastic effort once
Thanks,
again. Really great stuff. Really love the way you both went about it today, and excellent effort from the back line in particular in that last quarter. It was living down there, and I know it can be when you got two down on the bench, and you're just like, let's just get it, try and get it, defend, and they just keep coming and coming and coming, and fantastic effort, and all the fans, relief on the fans, I think, more than anything, and no doubt the same with you guys. The fact that we've had so many close games over the last 10, and we've pretty much lost them all. Yeah. So to get a W on the board, get that confidence back up, and
shout out to the crowd. They definitely helped us. That's for sure.
All right, boys. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll talk again soon.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks, mate.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you to Brennan Cox and Luke Ryan. What a fantastic bunch of blokes they are. But look, Oz, I think pretty fantastic way to just about wrap it up there.
Yes.
A really great win. Like we were saying before, it seems like it's been an age since we've won a tight game.
I feel like I played today.
You feel like you played, mate. Already out there.
Emotions.
Mate, I'm sweating like I played, mate. But again, another situation where, I think more than anything, the boys being able to stand up in that last quarter and really, really work hard. And look, the game wasn't necessarily played on our terms at that stage, but we grounded out, blue collar, tough stuff. I think I just saw it on the stats then. Jeremy Sharp playing 97% of the game as a winger.
As a winger.
Like, unbelievable. Love to see stats come tomorrow with the Telstra tracker. It'd probably blown it up.
Yep.
Blown it through the roof.
Yeah,
and
GPS in the bin.
GPS straight in the bin.
Smoking, and he came off.
But look, great to have all the crowd there again here today. We've got another. We don't have another game until our Len Hall game against Adelaide, I believe, is our next round.
Yep.
So an away game against Richmond Barossa, 10:30 in the morning on a Sunday.
Cheers.
Then a game at the G against Melbourne, which will be really good. We love playing at the G.
Yes.
And then we come back. We play Adelaide here.
Yeah.
Len Hall game, big game. I think it might even be a Thursday night. Maybe Friday night, might be Anzac night. I've got to look that up, mate. That's a bit of a stitch up by me. But look, I think more than anything, what we've got to do as Dockers fans, keep showing up, keep getting around the boys, keep being nice and loud, so that we can. Yeah, and it's a Friday night game on Anzac Day.
Oh boy,
6:10. Get down here. Let's pack it out because. Oz, mate, you know how I feel about the Anzac Day.
Yes.
I think the Len Hall stuff that we do, I think it's fantastic. And I think, we don't really get any marquee games.
No.
So let's make Anzac Day night. Anzac Day night, our game. Pack this out. Let's get 60,000 here, guys. Yep. Everyone come down.
Bang.
Bang. Wolfie time. Book the bus. Let's get it going. All right, guys, we're Purple Rain. Remember, we have a podcast on Monday afternoon in which we review the show. So make sure you subscribe, rate, and review to that. We're Purple Rain 95 at Purple Rain 95, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Make sure if you're watching this on YouTube on Docker TV, make sure you hit the bell and the subscribe and stuff like that. I think it's probably just down here.
Yeah.
And make sure you get around that. Yeah. And make sure to comment. We love your comments, love your feedback. Tell us how you think these boys went that we had just then, the Bash Brothers.
Up and about.
If you've got any unique nicknames, this is what I want in the comments. Unique nicknames
Yep.
for Dockers players, current
like
Dockers players.
I like it.
If you've got a bit of a random nickname that you give a Dockers
Put
player,
it into the listeners' questions as well.
Put it into the listeners' questions on Monday that we put up as well.
Yep.
But thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for watching if you're watching, and go the Dockers.
Go
How about
the
that?
Docks.
We're back on, Oz. We're back up and about, mate. Get it up. Come on. Now good.
See you later.